Welcome back to my channel. In this lesson video, we're going to talk about how to be a great resource person. Yes, may mga instances na tayo ay naiimbita bilang resource person or speaker at syempre kailangan may maibigay tayo doon sa nag-invite sa atin. So anong pwede natin gawin? Eto guys, pag-usapan natin yung mga iba't ibang tips as to what we are going to do if we are invited as a resource person. Certainly, we should not forget these three things. 1, we have to engage our audience. 2, we have to convey expertise. And 3, we have to leave a lasting impact. Kung paano natin gagawin yan, pag-usapan na natin sa mga iba't ibang tips na ito. Number 1, be well prepared. Ano-ano yung mga ihahanda mo? Siyempre, maghanda ka. You have to know your audience. You have to know your topic. You have to know the purpose of that talk or that occasion or that event. You have to know the venue and you have to know the things that you're going to prepare, including your attire and others. So A, T, P, V, T. Audience, topic, purpose, venue, things. You have to know them all and you have to be very ready. Okay, let's talk about the first one. A, audience. Sino-sino at ilan yung audience mo? Of course, kung marami kang audience at iyan ay training, magkakaroon ka ng mga activities na ipiprepare. Okay? Anong age range nila? Meron bang mga bata pa? Meron bang nasa middle age? Meron bang medyo seasoned na or senior na? Of course, because we have to tailor our language to them as well as the examples. May tinatawag tayong contextualization. Baka yung mga examples natin pang generation na current. So, baka hindi siya masyadong madaling mag-grasp or maintindihan or even ma-appreciate ng mga medyo nasa 50s or 60s na. That is why we have to know really the nature of our audience. The second thing that we have to know and to prepare about is of course the topic. Ano ba yung topic na ito-talk mo? Ano yung topic na i-discuss mo? Of course, maganda dyan na talagang may expertise ka, may experience ka, at talagang you are enthusiastic about it. Yung topic, syempre, kahit alam mo na yan, mag-aral ka pa rin, mag-review ka pa rin because you need to give justice to the fact that they trust you to talk about it. Okay? Another thing that you have to know and to be prepared about is of course the purpose and nature. Ano ba yung ito-talk mo? Iyon ba ay isang in the form of a seminar or training? Magkaiba po ang seminar at training. Ang seminar ay practically informational. Magbibigay ka ng information. Walang masyadong engagement or interaction dyan. Kapag yan ay training, ang target dyan ay makapag-build ng skill or skills, skill building or competency building. So certainly, meron ka dyang mga hands-on exercises, may mga activities, may mga role-playing. Kaya dapat alam natin anong nature, anong purpose. Kasi kung yan ay training, kailangan hindi lang yung visuals or PowerPoint ang meron tayo. Meron tayong mga exercises, sasagutan nila. May mga tasks silang gagawin at iba pa. So, may groupings din yan. Meron ding mga individual. At mas marami ka syempreng ihahanda. Hindi pwedeng basta training siya tas nagdi-discuss ka lang. So, training yun na ginawa mong seminar dahil hindi mo na-prepare yung mga exercises. So, it's a no-no of course. Kaya dapat alam natin, yung bang kinukumbidahan sa atin ay in the form of a seminar, lecture forum, or training. Of course, still under number 1, you have to know the venue. We have to know the venue. Katulad nito, ako ba ay magsusuot ng coat? Kung mag-coat ako, syempre, ang venue understandably ay malamig. Pero kung wala namang aircon, hindi ito yung tamang outfit. Talagang pagpapawisan tayo at talagang maiinitan tayo. Of course, kung uncomfortable tayo, baka hindi natin ma-deliver ng maayos yung talk natin. So, alamin natin yung venue. Mainit ba? Malamig? Malaki? Medyo masikip? Medyo maingay ba? Or tahimik? Para naihahanda natin yung sarili natin at mai-deliver natin ng maayos yung talk natin. Hindi tayo magkakagulatan. And of course, know the things that you have to prepare. Magdadala ka ba ng laptop? Magdadala ka ba ng widescreen? Anong meron na sila? Ano yung kailangan mong i-provide? Yung mga exercises? And of course, yung attire mo, kailangan i-consider mo. Okay? Kapag tayo ay mag-i-speaker, dapat solid colors. Nasa aklat yan ng public speaking na mas nire-recommend ng mga eksperto na magsuot tayo ng solid colors. Kasi parang, in a way, naka-attach doon yung convincing power natin or yung credibility na tinatawag. Kapag nagbasa ka ng mga tips sa public speaking, nandun yung avoid shiny, avoid floral, and others. So bottom line, solid colors yung isusuot natin. At of course, kung tayo ay maghapon na magsasalita, we have to consider the shoes that we're going to wear. Magfa-flat shoes ka ba? Mag-rubber shoes ka ba? O magsusuot ka ng high-heeled shoes. Ano ang kaya ng stamina mo? Ano ang kaya ng legs mo? Mahalaga yon. Kasi syempre pag may masakit na tayo sa paa, sa binte, affected nun yung delivery natin, yung enthusiasm natin sa ating pagdidiscuss. Number 2, engage and interact. This is what I usually do, guys. Whether online talk yan or in person, talagang di ko maiwasang magtanong because I want the audience to feel that I value their insights, I value their ideas, and I want them to be fully engaged in the discussion. Hindi talaga okay na tayo lang yung nagsasalita 100%. Kailangan may porsyento doon na tinatanong natin sila, binibigyan natin sila ng pagkakataon na mag-share ng insights. At of course, wag nating kalimutan. For example, may tinawag tayo. May we hear your ideas about this topic, sir or ma'am? Nagganon tayo. Pag nagbigay siya ng idea niya, of course, we should not forget to say thank you. Thank you for sharing your idea with us. Kasi minsan binabaliwala lang natin, nag-share siya tapos proceed na tayo. Parang wala man lang acknowledgement na, ay okay, thank you for the ideas that you have shared. So we should not forget it. Part of the engagement and interaction is we don't stay in one area of the hall or of the venue. Ano dapat? Kung yung mic naman natin ay cordless, pwede tayong lumapit dito, pumunta dito, para maramdaman nila na we are really connected with one another. Kasi kung naka-stationary lang tayo dun sa unahan, parang ang mararamdaman nila hard to reach naman. Parang di naman ako masyadong makarelate kasi andun lang talaga siya, hindi man lang siya lumapit. So we have to be dynamic, we have to be flexible, that we don't stick to one area or to the podium. We have to move around as much as possible so that we can get connected with them. We could make them feel closer to us. Number 3, convey passion and enthusiasm. So dito, pwede mo yan maiparamdam sa tono mo, sa boses mo, sa smile mo, how you deal with the topic, how you discuss the topic. Meron ka bang mga examples na alam nila, nakaka-relate sila, at merong mga hindi pa nila alam? Kasi kung makapagbibigay ka ng halimbawa na hindi pa nila alam, they will feel that, she's or he's very passionate about it. Ang dami niyang alam, ang dami nating natututunan sa kanya. Number 4, share practical takeaways. So the key here is, of course, applicability. Kung yan ay practical takeaway, pagkatapos ng seminar na yan or pagkatapos ng training na yan, magagamit nila sa workplace nila or sa mga stations nila, respective stations nila. Ibig sabihin, talagang nakapagturo ka sa kanila ng something na practically applicable, actionable. So, ano-ano tong mga to? Pwedeng nagbigay ka sa kanila ng mga strategies, techniques na hindi mga imposible, kundi mga na-prove mo na, mga proven and tested na yan. For example, there are instances that my audience members are students and I'm talking about study habits. Napagdaanan ko yon. Talagang nag-aral akong mabuti at kumbaga kung ano yung shinare ko sa kanila, na-validate ko na, na-confirm ko na nag-work talaga. So when we share our experience, doon nila na-feel na, sincerely, tama ang kanyang sinasabi. Kasi hindi siya impossible, hindi siya parang out of this world. Dito lumalabas yung value of experience natin because if we have experienced it, hindi man tayo magbasa ng aklat or any reference, maituturo natin sa kanila yung mga practical steps, guides, kasi alam natin because nagawa na natin sila in the past. And they worked. Number 5, be open to questions. So we have to welcome the different questions the audience members will be giving to us. Mag-thank you tayo sa mga tanong nila at sagutin natin yung mga tanong nila. Alam nyo ba yung mga tanong, hindi yan nakakainis. Yan ay pagpapakita na fully engaged talaga sila sa talk natin. So wag natin gawin yung ginagawa ng ibang estudyante na kinukutsaba yung kaklase pag wala pa yung teacher. Oy, classmate, ako reporter. Walang magtatanong ha. So it's the opposite of it. Here, we have to thank them for giving the question and we have to answer those questions sincerely. At hindi lang tayo yung pwedeng sumagot, pwede tayong mag-accommodate ng ibang audience members na baka may magandang sagot din dun sa tanong ng kapwa audience niya. So we could also say, let's hear the idea of in line with. So, pwede yon. Hindi lang tayo yung sasagot. Pwede natin kuhain din yung sagot ng iba. So, in that manner, napakaganda ng interaction natin sa kanila. By the way, guys, pati yung Q&A ha, dito sa Be Open to Questions, itry nating i-practice, i-simulate. Pwede kang mag-prepare ng tanong, ipatanong mo dun sa estudyante mo or kung sino yung kasama mo na family member. Para during your rehearsal, may encounter mo na rin siya. So, hindi na bago sa'yo yung moment na tinatanong ka. Minsan kasi tayo, ninenervyos tayo kapag may nagtatanong na sa atin. Of course, as resource person, tinitingnan nila tayo na authority sa topic na yon. Kaya kahit ninenervyos tayo, ay hindi dapat ipapahalata na ninenervyos tayo. So, ang susi dyan, paghandaan natin, of course, with rehearsal or practice. So, wag natin kakalimutan yan. Of course, the last one, end with an impact. Okay, yung ending, napakahalaga niya na may impact. We have to make our talk memorable to them. So, we do not simply say, thank you for listening. Thank you for your time. Ako, ang ginagawa ko ay end with a quotation. So, one of my favorite closings is the Chinese proverb, if you plan for a year, sow rice. If you plan for a decade, plant trees. If you plan for a lifetime, educate people. Thank you very much. So, mafe-feel nila yon, palakpakan. Pag ending na, huwag ka magbabasa ng quotation. I-memorize mo yan para ma-deliver mo siya with your heart, with feelings, at iba ang dating nun sa audience. O, hindi lang tayo nag-prepare ng pang-umpisa or pang-gitna, nag-prepare din tayo ng panghuli kasi we wanted to leave a lasting impact. So, tandaan, ang pagiging resource person, hindi yan isang beses, dalawang beses lang. Kaya talagang dapat pinaghuhusayan natin, pinaghahandaan natin, at kagaya nga ng binanggit ko sa umpisa, engage your audience, convey expertise, and leave a lasting impact. Wag na wag nating kakalimutan yan. Thank you so much. I hope you learned something in this lesson video. Don't forget to click like, subscribe, and tap the notification bell for more lesson uploads, practical tips, and anything educational. Have fun learning!